I'll call to order the meeting. I believe there's only one referral that we have on today for the agenda.
It seemed to be a fairly simple one, right?
Yeah.
Waffles Road, it's, this is a subdivision and there's houses, I can bring up Encore, that might be the best thing.
Yeah.
There's houses around it and then this is just like an empty, piece of the lot. So there's no trees on it, there's nothing,
It's a building lot.
it's a building lot.
Oh, no.
But I can see.
This is still. Bob, are you still there?
There's a red light.
We lost connection.
You might be
Oh,
muted.
yeah, yes, I'm there.
All right.
I thought we
Actually,
lost you.
it was giving us
Oh.
nasty messages here about Zoom.
Yeah, I'm still connected.
Good.
I hate it when it does this. I am like, I have no idea where it is. I don't know all of the roads. Let's try this again.
Not, it's a little south, so if you want to head a little north.
Okay,
Could you just minimize that one without closing it?
maybe.
Just there you go. Just a little bit more.
Make this one a little bigger.
Right above the 95. If you grab that little gray thing, just
Ah, I didn't even see
that
that.
should give you a little more space.
Perfect. Thank you. So, it's. Yeah, it's this piece.
So there is already a house on the piece and they just want to build another one.
So they want to subdivide.
There's a house to the left of it and a house to the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
A road behind and probably
I can pull out.
houses behind it. So there's
Yeah.
absolutely no farming anywhere close to it. I say that this constitute no loss of valuable agricultural land.
I always ask the question, why has this come to us? You know, to
It's-
see something like this and
It's an ag district.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think there's that.
Yeah, I second that there's no loss to agricultural land. I'm trying to find my email from Sarah.
Did you want to do a vote?
Oh, yeah. All in favor, say aye.
I,
All opposed.
You were looking for the budget info?
Yes.
If I remember right, it was $800 that she had sent along.
I think that's correct too. Yes, $800 is what we were given for 2024. Do we all agree that, I mean, we only used it this year to print the brochures. If you haven't seen them, they look like this actually.
Because I printed the wrong thing. but-
So this is what they look like. I
Thank you.
passed these out at the 4th of July parade. it was cool because a lot of kids took them, so I'm like, here, take them to your parents. But I figured that we could just like bring them to other places, whether it be the Ag Festival that we're doing in August or other events that we may do.
Yeah, that's excellent, for educational materials.
Mhm.
I'm really happy, pleased with that. Nice job.
Thank you. I have a whole box full still. I think I gave out maybe a quarter of them at the parade.
Cool.
Yeah, we should definitely have these ones at the fair next week. And
Yeah.
I saw something, I'm looking for it right now, but in the schedule for the fair, there was something about the town of Canandaigua agriculture enhancing plan, but I didn't know where they came from. I'm looking for it right now to see if it was just a mishap that I read and they corrected.
So you're taking this to the fair?
I think it would be a good
Samantha?
place.
I was going to be at the fair on Saturday for a booth for work. So I was just gonna also have that there and be like, here,
Okay.
learn about ag too. But also for at our ag festival in August. I am.
Weather's not gonna be that great next week.
It never is during
It's
fair.
true.
Every single year.
Who's superstitious.
Plus, we can always just place like the brochures around in buildings or something.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not seeing it now, but I know I read it when I was looking for what was going on. I know I'll be there all week, so I don't mind sharing with some things, but I'm not seeing it anymore.
If you see it again, would you send it to us?
I will.
Great.
I know that there was some discrepancy between what they had online and what they posted in the printouts. So maybe I saw it online and it's not in the printout.
Who would we talk to? I know that a couple years ago there was something there. Who would we talk to about maybe doing another one for
Yeah,
like next year?
doing what? I'm sorry.
It was like I was doing it was in the horses, but like mom and dad talked about it. It was like a questionnaire thing that they did, like local farmers and somebody. Bob, do you happen to remember that?
Are you talking about an informational panel?
I
that
think it
was
wasn't it
in
that?
the sheep building,
Yeah.
and it was brutal
It
hot.
was one of the first things that we did at the fair.
Yeah, and it actually was really effective. Town supervisor at the time was trying to remember. It was our local New York State Senator, Pam Helming, was organized, and they were talking about providing, funding for setting aside agricultural land is a big deal, and it got a lot of attention. A lot of people were interested in it.
That was right before the Ag Plan got accepted or onboarded, right?
That's right.
That's right before this committee got even formed. That first.
Well, I think it was, it had already been formed at the time that was going on. But anyhow, it was really informative. I don't, to be able to go ahead and do something like that again, you would have to have a really good story to tell, beyond, grab a lot of attention. And so, maybe we want to go ahead and think about what the story is. Part of it was education for to attract young people to be involved with farming, and a large part of it was about the set asides for purchasing and development rights. That's what I recall. I don't think there's much more than that. But, and then we did it the year after that in the new building that was all the way over and we teamed up with the environmental,
The water.
the water people.
And that one was very bad attendance.
That was poorly attended. We were so far out of the mainstream of, where people were located. And there was nothing really, amazing, that we were offering at that time. Just come talk to us. Guess we're not that interested. But that was the other one. That's the only other one, I think. I don't think we did it more than that. That was the last one, is what I recall.
Yeah, the next year I just put up a couple of the maps and surveys, but it was just self-standing. We just put it in there.
Yeah.
We didn't manage it.
So. What's the story? I mean, certainly the story that we're continuing to protect ag land by reviewing building plans as they come across. But, we are, we're informative, we're providing input to the town board. And then the town board really needs to go ahead and act on whatever we're doing. Or, to support that. But we haven't, and the laws have changed for purchasing of development rights. So it's more difficult to go ahead and get accepted. So we haven't had a lot of attention about that. I think it's open enrollment too, and it just hasn't really, gained a lot of attention. Deadlines seem to go ahead and get people excited to go ahead and submit, a request. But we haven't had that. I think it would be really interesting once again to take a look at the ag plan. Is it still current? And that might provide us with some direction to be able to do something at the county fair next year. So your question is, timely, because we've got all of this time now to go ahead and actually review it.
Cool. Now we got kind of a little sidetracked with my question, but in regards to budget, do you think that $800 is still sufficient budget for the committee?
Yeah, I think that we're gonna be doing more of this, which is not a lot of money. It's just a dude.
We can print things like that here, so.
Is there anything else that you want to do that costs money? Send people to some type of training, maybe, or something to that effect. I don't know whether there's a statewide agricultural committee, organization, or something to that effect. Is there some activity that we want to sponsor? Like, Fernando, did we buy ice cream down at Ananda?
Well, we
one year?
bought the cream and we had the kids make the ice cream.
Yeah, so.
And that wasn't that much. I don't know if we spent, because Upstate donated a bunch of the cream, if I remember correctly, right, Bob? So we were just buying ice and vanilla and salt. So
Yeah.
we could do things like that, but I think the 800 will still cover.
Okay.
I think we talked about maybe doing like a little banner, so like if we continue doing the festivals and such, we can put like it on like a table or something. I don't know how much that costs, but something down the road.
Yeah, if it's within the community, I don't think it would cost us anything because it's a public service.
Hi, Timmy.
I think that 800 is probably sufficient because I don't think we've never really spent the whole budget. So even if we start doing a little more, I think it'd still be enough.
Okay. Timmy, do you have any input on the $800 budget? We all think it's sufficient.
We all think it's a good move.
Yeah, it's the same what we currently have. So we're just
All right,
deciding.
that's fine.
All right, so I guess we will put that to a vote. So all in favor for keeping the $800 budget, say aye.
Aye.
I,
And all opposed? Okay. I guess the last thing that I wanted to discuss was the Ag Festival that we have coming up in August. I have a list of people that I have contacted, left a lot of voicemails. A lot of people were going to get back to me tomorrow too. They wanted to decide a little bit. I have 4 yeses though. I have. I did go a little bit outside of Canandaigua since there wasn't a lot of people in the town that were interested. So I'm like, well, I have advertising this festival. We probably should get people to come. So I looked at like connecting towns, so like Bloomfield or Farmington or Shortsville or like Naples, because Naples does connect to Canandaigua. And so Stony Acres, I think they're out on Yas Road in Canandaigua. They have said yes. Grimble Hill Farm, which is on Grimble Hill Road here in Canandaigua, they had also said yes. Little Creek Farm, I think that is located in Shortsville. They said yes as well. And the Woods, which is located in Naples, they had said yes as well. I have a couple of voicemails left for different other places. I cannot get a hold of Rocky Ridge Maple Farms. I left them numerous of voicemails, but they have not said anything.
Are they the ones that came to the one that we had there on the
for
Civic
the-
Center?
Yes. So I did leave a voicemail for a different one that's in Naples. It's a maple farm, but they do like wood fire burning maple syrup, and I thought that would be kind of cool. So I left the voicemail for them. Haven't heard back. And then I also left the voicemail for Bristol Hills Lavender and Floral Farm. They are interested in doing it. Wasn't sure if they had a conflicting event. They were going to get back to me tomorrow.
I can get you another Maple contact if you end up needing one also.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass that off to you
Okay.
at some point.
Did you guys see in the newspaper that there was a farmer that raises vegetables that was hit and broke his back and his pelvis, so on and so forth?
Oh no.
And there was a GoFundMe.
Oh, for Ryan.
Yes,
Ryan Duvall. Yes.
yes. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Is there anything that we've, since we're talking about money, is there anything that, we want to do or talk about, to help him and his farm? Just open-ended question. You think?
I don't know if a committee officially can just put money in things like that. I'm not sure what the.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are either.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think I know even just it took a little bit for us to be able to donate to Fun on the Farm. So I don't think like an individual thing like that they'd let us. I'd definitely encourage everybody to individually help if they wanted to. Probably be a good thing.
Is there any way that we could do something during the August festival? So we just ran past us.
Sure, I mean, the information can be,
Yeah.
You got a flyer or
we can
something
print a
like
flyer or
that?
something like that and have
Yeah.
it as available.
I do not think that there is a movie in the park that night. I have not seen anything advertised for that specific date. So with that being said, I do not think that we will have food trucks. And I have mentioned food trucks.
Which date?
It was the 16th is what we have.
Is that
It's a Friday.
it's a Friday. I know they have food trucks on Wednesdays
Mhm.
in Outhouse.
So I guess we have to find food trucks if they're not going to be there for the movie night, because I think Dave Sauter said that will be there. That's why we picked the 16th at the past couple of meetings. but I'm not
We'll have to
seeing
double check with
anything
him.
showing that they are. So,
If they're not going to, we may reconsider the date.
yeah,
I have a wedding that day.
Yeah, they have food trucks every Wednesday through the end of August,
okay.
Weather permitting.
weather permitting, obviously, but
Is there, can we talk to somebody from like, who puts those on?
Is that the Parks Committee?
Lindsay would be your contact.
Okay.
Lindsay Ferry.
Okay,
Yeah, she's the parks person.
okay, so I can ask if maybe she has a list of people that we can get in contact that are not booked up on that day that can come. Because everybody who I have coming has already said that that day does work for them, and I would hate to call them back to say like, hey, we're changing the date.
Okay.
So I know one food truck that I hope can come.
You said August 16th, right?
Yep, August 16th, it's a Friday, and scheduled at 6 was what we were doing. Cause thought we were piggybacking or being before the movie in the park, but again, I'm not seeing anything saying that there's gonna be a movie there that day.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we opposed to asking a winery to come? So there is a couple that are locals, like Heron Hill is in Canandaigua, and so is Randall Standish Vineyards, which is in
It's
Naples.
fine.
Okay. I
Baby
will-
brewery. There are some distilleries around as well.
Right, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think we looked into that last time, and it was best to stay away from any alcohol. I don't even know if we'd be allowed to.
Okay,
Yeah. I
We
think-
did talk about that last year.
alright, so I'm glad I have not called them and waited for the meeting. So, okay,
I think there's a rule against alcohol in the town parks.
Oh,
You'd
Yeah,
have-
I think
you'd
it's,
have to
I
double
think it's
check.
best to stay away.
okay.
well, that's too bad.
I was like, that would be a great
They-
opportunity, but.
They don't have, they could come as long as they are not giving or selling alcohol, just promoting the fact that they are local.
Okay,
That might be an option. But they definitely cannot sell there.
Right.
okay, that's. I also. If we know another honey place, so I cannot, Hungry Bear. They might have a conflicting event as well that day. And then there was another honey place that said no.
Well,
So-
Dave Sauter, he doesn't sell it, but he produces a lot of honey. He's the one that brought everything when we were there in the Civic
Okay.
Center.
Oh, I know Feathers and Tails Farm, they are interested as well. They just needed, we keep playing telephone tag, so.
With
she'll have
Lisa,
to-
with Lisa.
Yeah, back and forth.
She'll be at the fair this week. Can get her there.
Yeah, okay. I don't have anything else. I put a note that I need to contact food trucks.
Do you have Lindsay's email?
I
I can send it to you if you don't.
do not.
Okay, I will do that.
I don't have anything else. Does anybody else?
Certainly, we could change the night that we meet so that it's not on the same night that court is here, but I guess you like it.
It's fun, people watching. But we could do a different night if that's okay. That way we can place at the park. If it's gonna continue to be like this. I guess what days work for everybody's schedule?
I think that if we took a look at the week and see when court is not in session.
Thursday nights,
Thursday
let's-
nights are the only days.
I believe so.
Then we should choose a different night. Any other night.
Probably not Friday, because it's close to the weekend.
Yeah.
Your Monday nights, sometimes have town board meetings. Your Tuesday nights have the, planning board and zoning board, but they're in the town board, planning board and zoning board are all in the courtroom.
So the building would be open, and there would be other people here. So if we wanted to do it on.
If you do it
those
on a,
nights.
I mean, that depends on who, they wouldn't be able to come if we do it at the same nights that there is planning,
Well, that's true.
things like that.
I work the planning board ones, but I don't work the zoning board ones.
Would you mind taking a look at that and make a suggestion on?
Okay.
what Would work.
Most Wednesday nights are free here.
Perfect.
Oh,
You okay with Wednesday?
When I travel, it usually conflicts Thursday just as much as Wednesdays.
That's what I thought.
Timmy, are you okay for Wednesdays? If we decide?
Good question. So reiterate Wednesdays, how long do you want to do Wednesday meetings?
It would probably be the same as it is now, just on a different day. When are your Farm Bureau meetings?
They're usually on Mondays. So I should be okay.
Is that the same for you, Bob, when you have upstate meetings, or those usually?
Wednesdays would not work for me.
Mondays won't work for Tim, Wednesdays won't work for Bob. That leaves us
And
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays don't work for you because you're on the planning, right?
planning board's only 2 days, 2 Tuesdays in the month.
Okay. And we're only one, so we just have to avoid them. What about Tuesday, Bob?
So yeah, the last Tuesday of the month doesn't work, but otherwise most Tuesdays would work.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So when it comes to Monday nights, for me, the Farm Bureau only meets once a month.
When do they typically meet?
Well, it's different. It's sometimes the dates get moved around.
Okay.
Like sometimes it's not always a specific few weeks from the next. Sometimes it depends.
So I guess if we were to do Tuesdays, if we're gonna have you, Kim, would it be the third Tuesday of every month then, according to that schedule?
You may not have things done in time because you're
Right.
reviewing things. The ZBA would be that night. It's the third Tuesday.
Okay,
So, I mean, it doesn't have to start next month. We could wait.
Right, we could-
and start it, after that.
I mean, if you guys, I just said Fridays because I figured it's the weekend and people usually
Yeah,
have
nobody
plans.
wants to do it on Friday.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
The other option we have is to try to meet upstairs again and have that door open, and then we avoid the court as well, even if it's Thursday.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
We can, I would have to double check that. That room has, the Zoom all configured and stuff for it, because I know they did change things around. It was an office, not a conference room. I think it's back to a conference room now. But yeah, we could possibly do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Or borrow again the highway office.
Yeah, that was great.
That one was a nice one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think there's a problem with access. That's the problem. I can get you in upstairs. I can't get you in over there.
Okay, especially on a snow night.
Yeah.
The way they don't want you over there with the snow plows coming
We're
in.
not. So are we moving it upstairs?
If we can, if you wouldn't mind checking,
Okay.
if we can do that one, that avoids the
So
issue that Tim is bringing up.
I can't remember what that conference room is called.
The upstairs conference.
Yeah.
room.
Upstairs conference room.
I'll just put the middle conference room for now, because I can't remember. It's got an O name like
Mhm.
this. I can't remember what it is. So- Yeah, I can unlock the door upstairs.
Okay.
I'll have to double check the Zoom. I can do that Monday.
Be Great.
All right,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think that was. Unless Fernando, do you have anything to discuss?
No, if I can get some of these ones, I'll have them available at the fair.
Yep, I will be there. If only I had my box in my car, because then I could just give you them, but I took the box out of my car. You wanna take these?
Sure, I can cover those.
And then I will be there Wednesday for the draft source show, so I can put them in there, my car and see you there.
That's good.
Okay.
So I move to adjourn.
Second that.
Second.
All right.